Hello everyone, welcome to Dorothy Chia Piano, where I talk about all things piano teaching and piano learning. Today we're going to learn a little bit about voicing. Right, so this week I have about 2 students that came to me and they were interviewing a spot for piano lessons in my studio, and one of them played this piece. It's a very popular grade 8 ABRSM piece, and that's the Il Poco Rosso. Okay, and this is what she do. Let me play a short excerpt and then we'll discuss it in greater detail. So I am jumping to bar 8, right, where it starts the tempo giusto. Okay, I'm going to play a small excerpt. This is what the student did. All right, great energy there. And initially, it sounds like, hey, all the notes are there, and what can we improve on? Now, with something that is a romantic style, and Joe Hisaishi is a 20th century composer, but he wrote this piece in a very romantic style, okay? And so with something that is multi-textured like this, yeah, and the chords are rather thick with a bass chord, and then we have the inner chord, and then the bass chord, and then we have, yeah, you want to pay extra attention to voicing. So let's take that left hand first. So I would actually say that left hand consists of 2 layers. Yeah, first you have the bass note, okay, and I always tell my students to sink in. Imagine a quicksand is sucking you down and you are leaning in. Okay, you do not need to put extra weight. The weight of your hand is enough to carry the sound. Okay, so that bass note, we want a deep bass. Now imagine if that deep bass was a bigger box, then in this box you're going to put a smaller box, and that's where the fill-in chord comes in. So you place the fill-in chord into the bass chord, the bass note that you just played. So it will sound something like this. So sit in the bass. Listen carefully. When you play the chord, put this chord into this sound. So I'm going to sound it again. Did you hear that? All right, so bass, and then put the chord into the bass sound. Now on the right hand, the downbeats is a very full 3 note to 4 note kind of chord. Okay, now if I were to sing the melody, my melody will go like this. What you want is that singing line. Imagine a flute is playing that, and the chords at the bottom of that melody, you want it to be played quieter. So it will sound something like this. I'm just going to take the right hand. Okay, now how do I do that? Now imagine the bottom 2 notes or 3 notes is played quietly. So you can learn this by almost detaching the bottom layer. So I will go like this and let go the bottom 3 notes. So again, see? And make sure the top layer is held on with very little weight in the bottom 2 notes. All right? Okay, so that's step number 2. Now when I combine the 2 layers, we don't really let go. We just make sure when we're your fingers go down, it's in that light tiptoey touch that we used when we did the detached sound. So let's put the two parts together. Alright, and now I'm going to add the top with the bottom. And I hope you've learned something about voicing. And I looked at the ABRSM pieces roughly about grade 3 onwards. The students need to learn the skill of voicing. So all the more a grade 8 piece such as this. So I hope this has been helpful. Do let me know what pieces your students are working on and what kind of tips and tricks you would like to learn more about in my future videos. So till the next week, bye-bye.